First of all, welcome to you, and hope that all of your family, friends, and everybody is safe and healthy in Italy.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Sandeep. Luckily, yes, our family is fine, and also all the Tonello team. 3 weeks of lockdown in all Italy, we are starting to see the light in the end of the tunnel. And
I think.
yes, please.
No, please go on. Please go on.
The numbers are improving daily, and it looks like we can probably restart to work next week.
That's perfect. That's great. And it's such a huge tragedy, I would say. I mean, it was something nobody expected, and
Yes.
so many lives lost, and the fighting spirit of Italians, I know, is there very strongly it is there, and you'll come back very shortly.
Thank you, Sandeep. Yes, I think Italy can be considered an example of resilience. And if you permit me, let me thanks all our worker and the employee that who never pulled back during the difficult day and always support the company needs.
And that's amazing. That's amazing. And of course, you have been, of course, also supporting them very well. So it's both the ways.
Thank you. Yes, we are trying to do our best.
So what do you make of the current situation? What's happening, and how it is affecting all of us, and especially our industry, and specifically, let's say, as a technology company, your company?
Yes, of course, Sandeep, as you can imagine, this situation has a big influence in all supply chain. So our production, unfortunately, has suffered some delay. But we are positive. We have also many ideas. Luckily, in our company, we have a big team of engineers that quickly can rethink a different machines application. I think, Sandeep, this is the right time to think out of the box. And I always, I love an example of an Italian company, if you let me share. An Italian company from Bergamo that produce diving mask, and they adapt then for the oxygen supply for hospital. So
oh, really?
Yeah. So this is a great example, I think, Sandeep, to think out of the box of lateral thinking. So as a company, Italian company that produce technology, we are doing exactly the same. We are trying to understand how to use let's say, the denim tools that we have in this moment in the right way. Another example, I know that many laundry in Italy, but also in other parts of the world, because we are supporting them, are using our ozone machines for mask, clothes, sanitization. That this is very important in this moment. This is an example that can really change and can help in this situation.
Yeah, this is so important. I mean, the flexibility, the ability to adapt to changing circumstances. I also saw a report that some Italian young designers, they 3D printed some ventilator parts so that, ventilators could be used on many more patients than it was possible.
Absolutely, yes. And this is a good example. We have to do the same.
Absolutely. So as when we come back to our industry, I mean, what do you think are the changes we are going to see? Because there are huge challenges which are looking right now with the entire supply chain totally disrupted. and
Yeah.
stores closed, order cancellations, everything. So what do you see? I mean, because right now I'm sure nobody can really make full sense out of it, but at least what is your view of it? What is really happening and what is going to happen?
Sandeep, I think every day about this, what is going to change and how we can support in the best way, how we can be part of this change. Of course, as you say, it's very difficult to predict, but I think it's time to reflect to some point. For example, to think about the volume that we are producing, to think about the quality, to think about how the word sustainability has been used often and also sometimes, let me say, inappropriately. I think, Sandeep, when we go back to the normality, the consumer will probably have a different priority than buy a pair of jeans. But on the other side, I think there will be the desire to return back to do something, let's say, normal, but maybe with a different approach on value and with a different approach on quality. Probably it will be less, but better. I think also we have to consider that at the moment we are all wearing a comfortable clothes. So this is becoming an habit. And also this will be a big influence in our life. From this point, we have to change.
You have to change. Maybe the type of clothes, the category of clothes will change. The finishing on those clothes will change. But as a sustainability, speaking of sustainability, because you're always focusing a lot on that, it's your company is really focused on that. So how is sustainability redefined in terms of what we have been seeing for the last 2-3 years, where there have been a lot of talks of sustainability, and some people have been doing something, but really I don't know how much good it was. But in real terms, how much it will make a difference in the coming months?
Sustainability. I think also the terms sustainability will change a little bit more in responsibility from different point of view. Let's say how the garments are made, in which product, which is the situation of, let's say, the worker condition, for example. So, as I told you, I don't know if it will be priority for the consumer when we will return back to normality to buy a pair of jeans. But I believe that they will take care much more about where and how the garments are made and what they are wearing. In terms of also which kind of chemicals they used for this, for treat this pair of jeans, for example. How many liters of water? It will be probably a big question, and we hope so, of the consumer.
And also, I think the people angle will become a little stronger, because now when we are seeing that so many big retailers have cancelled orders and workers are suffering, so maybe a sustainability angle also includes the how you are treating the human resources in a very, it becomes a strong point.
Yes, it's something absolutely. For us, it always be a strong point, the sustainability. We try to also reinvent a new way to also dye using organic raw material, waste from food, for example. So this is something that the consumer will start to think about it. Less, but better. And I believe also in some point the reduction in terms of number will also reconsider closer production. For example, in Italy, they are pushing a lot to buy Italian food, to support the local, the agricultural. Who knows if will happen the same to support fashion and to support made in Italy.
That is a talk we have been hearing a lot when we interact with people. Near sourcing, getting the things made, manufactured close to your place. But how much practical that is, we don't really know, because of course the costs still matter a lot. But probably there will be a pressure from the consumers to do so.
I completely agree with you also, because we have to consider that some country, in some country, let's say that the garment manufacture or sewing are completely disappear. So sometimes it's not possible to do. And also the expertise, the knowledge are completely zero at the moment. So, yeah. So also this is something to consider. Absolutely.
But do you also see that retailers will be more comfortable having very short runs? You know, they don't want to take longer bets, having productions, you know, items in production which are to be delivered in 5 months, 4 months, or to be in stores in 6 months. So probably they would like to have a shorter bets for 2 months or 3 months. I mean, we're starting from where they are starting and going for shorter bets.
Absolutely, yes. 100%. I know that many brands have already canceled the season preview. So this, I think, will disappear. But yes, some small batch, and so I believe that some company has to become more flexible and fast to guarantee and this kind of request. Absolutely.
One more thing, what we are hearing is the digital, and which we are seeing also, not only hearing but also seeing that everything is going digital.
Digital.
Yeah. So what does it, let's say, for your kind of technology company, what does it mean? I mean, does it affect you in some way where things are going digital?
No, we are working, yes, we are working a lot from many years from the digital side. As a Tonello, I would like to tell you some example. The new way to wash a pair of jeans is digital, simple, and automatic. So digital, for example, we invent software that we are able to see from home, from office, what is happening in your laundry. How many liters of water is consuming your washing machine? Energy, steam, and time. So to check from where you are, what is happening in your washing machine, and in real time, and without any human manipulation today is very important. Also to be transparent with the consumer without changing the data. So digital is very important. As a Tonello, we have done this important software. I also believe, as Adriano said, that sometimes we have a little bit to try to reduce some waste of time for example, during the collection development. There are many different software, and this for sure can help our life and our cost, and also in terms of sustainability and responsibility.
Absolutely, because this point what you made is on live real-time data coming into the systems, and basically it adds a lot to transparency, because the retailers can also control it. They can understand what real sustainability efforts are being taken by the company, by the factory. So yes. I think that is very, very important. And then Sandeep, also in terms of, yeah.
you know that as a Tonello company, we are really rigid on this, in transparent, show the things that we are able to do and show the capabilities of the machines. So we worked very hard to develop this kind of software that can give the real data in real time without any manipulation.
That's a very good thing what you're doing. I've been looking at because we are looking actually, which is true also, and everybody is mentioned, and again also said 2 days back. I mean that we are looking at least 50% reduction in volumes. We don't know. I mean, we don't know all, but still, I mean, that is what has been said. So, in terms of when these reductions are taking place, of course, it will give a big hit to a lot of companies, a lot of supply chain companies. So, do you think some of the category of products might come up which might replace some of the apparel which is being currently produced? Let's say I'm looking at various kind of PPE, protecting equipment, production equipment being made. I've been looking at a lot of designer masks being now created by various designers, and some retailers are selling it as a new fashion item. So, I mean, do you think these kind of new product categories, and also what you mentioned is homeware with comfortable clothes for the home. So these kind of new categories which are coming up, which might help the companies in the supply chain to survive. It might be kind of an oxygen for them, where from the lost business what they have lost, and they replace it with some of this.
I tell you, honestly, I think that in some cases, yes. In some cases, can help if some company has can find some new ideas. Also, yes, comfortable clothes, for example, are really important. Mask, we are wearing mask in Italy. Never happened before this emergency, but not 100%, unfortunately. I don't think so.
Yeah, of course.
So they have to think about how to reinvent their company. So in some cases, maybe 20% they can replace a little bit the production, producing masks, producing some special clothes in this emergency. But we have to use our mind to create something new and to be ready when the normality. Yeah, absolutely.
In terms of consumer behavior, when we look at Asian countries, and when we look at European countries or US, Western countries, do you think there will be a difference in the way people will react after the post-corona pandemic in terms of their behavior towards shopping, towards towards business, towards shopping specifically? In Asia, will the consumers are reacting, probably already reacting in China, because they already open, China is already open and people are going to stores and all. So in Europe, do you think the people will react differently, or it will be some kind of a similar reaction what we see in Asia?
I think the people need to return back to normality. They need some, let's say, they have the desire to restart, but it depends on how much this emergency affect the economical situation. So I think also, have you ever thought about to go to the shopping center and try the clothes that was, I don't know, in the hand of someone else, for example? So also maybe the approach to go to the shop and the approach to try something will be different, and we have to think about it. Maybe the online shopping will increase. I don't believe it will return back to normality quickly. So that is why we have to be strong and to think something different and to give some new ideas to the market in this moment, and to try to understand the new needs, the new value of the consumer.
Absolutely. One of the comment which has come just now and also probably was there in my mind that we have been it's Ali, he's saying about antimicrobial denim we have been talking about, and we've been also making it. In the near future, if we are able to make something which is still more effective, in terms of finishing, and of course technology companies like yours can play a big role in this, where some kind of applications or treatments are possible through these machines, which make a person more safe wearing those apparel. That would be probably a big contribution from technology companies if they come out with something like this.
Absolutely. Sandeep, our ozone machine can already do the sanitization to the garment. Ozone from many years is used to do this in a small quantity. Normally we use a huge quantity to do the bleach effect with our ozone machine, but in a small quantity our technology can do the let's say the sanitization process. So with the already machine that there is in the market, our client can easily do the process, so can be very flexible, wash a pair of jeans, and after that, in the end, if they want, they can do sanitization and send to the customer, to the shop. So this is something very important by ozone, that is a gas. Or another good application can be, for example, some special product by nebulization. Also this with the already technology that we have the nebulization system. So there are some products that I think also Rudolph company, that is a chemical company, they are producing antimicrobial or something else to apply in the end of the process.
No, that's very good, and probably something more has to be also developed in this direction, so that this is the direction probably which the world is moving in.
Yes. So we really need to keep our eyes open and understand how to use the tools that we have, because we have everything to play in this unfortunately not so happy situation. But we have this, absolutely.
Absolutely. You can definitely play a very big role in this situation, I believe.
Thank you, Sandeep.
One last thing, Alice, what are the biggest positives you see from this situation? Though it's a very difficult situation, still, do you think any positives are coming, real big positives are coming from this?
From, let's say that is a very difficult question, but from all the difficult situation, from all the crises, something new can happen. Sometimes you have to think about in a different way. I tell you, from our side, Tonello side, we lived and we were living before this emergency a very great time with a very positive market let's say response. But today, how we can use let's say all our team, the engineer, to rethink about something new. The positive things that I can see is, let's say, let's be a little bit more honest in terms of how we are using some words. Also, as I told you, sustainability. Let's be a little bit more transparent. And I believe that all the company that works honestly, in a transparent way, and supporting the customer, will have the chance to reinvent themselves without any problem.
Absolutely. We have a lot of friends who are here. Yeah, do you want to say anything to all these friends? Because I think a lot of our common friends, they are all here and they're commenting and they are probably asking some questions also. In case you want to take up any question also, probably you can check it out.
Yeah, I will try to check maybe in the end, and I will try to send some ideas. I would like to, of course, to say hi to all the Tonello team, to our customer and friends from the denim industry. Really, we feel that we are a big community, but also we know all each other, and I think we miss to stay all together. But we will be back soon. We have to be positive and strong, and as also Italian show, we can let's say, be resilient and return back.
I'm very sure about that, and I really want to have the good news from you next week that you are back to work. That will be a real good news coming from your side.
Thank you. We will do our best to return back stronger than before, if we can.
Definitely, I am sure about that. And thank you so much, Elise. It was a real pleasure speaking to you.
Thanks to you. Thank you for sharing.
And we catch up very soon again.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sandeep. Thanks to all. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.